This stretch 5 center build gets a 99 standing dunk rating, a 93-point rating, and a 92 block rating, and all around is just unstoppable in 2K24. Starting this off, it really can't be a stretch big build if you don't go center or power forward, but for this build, we're going to go with center. That way, for the height, we can go with 7'1". This is going to allow us to shoot over top people and protect the rim very, very well, while still being able to move around very easily. Then, in order to make a stretch big build, you're going to want to drop the wingspan down quite a bit. We're not going all the way down at minimum at 7'1". Instead, we're going with 7'2". In my opinion, there's really no reason to go 7'1". Then, after that, for the weight, we're going to drop this down a little bit, but only to 234 pounds. We're still going to be very strong on this build. Before we do move on, please drop me a like, subscribe to the channel. But without wasting any more time, you guys can see we're going to max out the standing dunk rating at a 99. This is going to give us Hall of Fame fast switch, Hall of Fame rise up. You guys already know that means you're going to be dunking on quite literally everyone. Generally, if you guys get the ball in the paint, like really deep in the paint, like in this little circle area right here, and then you just hold square, you're going to be doing a contact dunk every single time. There's genuinely just no way to stop this build. I haven't even grinded all my badges yet. Once I do unlock these Hall of Fame badges, it's over. Now, to be honest, that's kind of all you need when it comes to finishing, but of course, we're also going to upgrade our driving dunk a little bit to a 70. This is going to be very, very helpful if you ever run the break and you want to do a driving dunk, or if, you know, you roll the basket, you want to catch the lob, just something like that. There's a ton of situations when you do use the driving dunk, but really on a 7'1" center build, you do not need to be doing driving contact dunks. Really, you just want to be able to get those animations consistently. And in order to get those animations consistently, you do not need a super high driving dunk rating because you're already super tall and you have a high standing dunk rating as well. But getting that 70 driving dunk will give you a ton of good dunk packages. If I'm being completely honest, close shot is really not that important. The only time I ever do a close shot is if I can't get close enough to the basket to do a standing dunk. That's literally the only time I've ever done a close shot on this build. Pretty much the only time you're going to be doing close shots if you can't get the ball close enough into the paint. And having a little bit of close shot does allow you to make those somewhat contested shots consistently. But in these two close shot clips, I could have pushed my way into the paint way more if I wanted to. But, you know, I wanted to see what the close shot was looking like on this build. Next up, let's talk about the defense really quick. You guys see, we're going to be getting a 92 block rating on this build, which is so good. And as well, you're going to want to make sure you put that interior defense up to 77. This is going to be gold anchor, which is so important in order to protect the paint. Now, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you'll know gold anchor is not actually a necessity this year. In previous years, in order to have a comp center build that was really able to defend the paint really well, you needed gold rim protector or gold anchor. But this year, that's not really the case. So if you guys wanted to drop down the block rating and the interior defense a little bit and only go for silver anchor instead, you could go for that. But as you guys are going to see with the rest of the attributes, there's really nowhere else you could have put those extra ratings. So I decided that for this build, getting gold anchor actually was worth it. But I'd recommend using this build as kind of like a blueprint. Like, you don't have to entirely copy this build. Just, you know, look at this build, look how I upgrade the build, and then make tweaks if you want to make tweaks. As well, something that I love about having a high block rating is that it definitely does help a ton with chase downs, which is very nice. I know, next up for the steal rating, we're going to max this out, put this at 60. This is going to give us a bronze interceptor, which is a very helpful badge that will help us to get some passing lane steals and even some bump steals too, apparently. Then for the perimeter defense, we're going to put this up to a 58. This is going to help a ton with pick and roll defense because the perimeter defense rating is tied to your lateral quickness rating, and you need to move laterally a lot on defense. Obviously, when you're center build, we're going to need some rebounding as well. That's why we're going to be putting up our defensive rebound to an 85, which is going to give us gold box beast and silver rebound chaser. And then for the offensive rebound, we're putting this up to 61. On this build, you're definitely going to be snagging absolutely everything. I mean, you're 7'1" with a 7'2" wingspan after all. If you're in the right position and you press triangle, you're getting the rebound absolutely every single time. And that applies for both offensive and defensive rebounds. I've genuinely had no issues rebounding the ball on this build, both in park and rec center. Now, next up for the pass hack, we're going to put this up to a 75. This is generally all we're going to do when it comes to playmaking. This is not at all a dribbling center build, so we don't need to put up the ball handling or the speed of the ball at all. You guys see, you can dribble kind of a little bit. Like, you can't do anything too crazy, but you can speed this a little bit and, you know, like move your way around the court. And then when it comes to passing, having that high pass accuracy is going to help with just throwing better passes and faster passes. It's a lot easier to see in full court game modes when I'm throwing outlet passes. You see, like, the passes aren't really slow or anything. Well, as well, you will be getting slower break starters, so you definitely will be able to throw outlet passes very easily. And silver dimer will just ensure that your teammates hit their shots more often. Also, if you guys do want to make a build that can dribble and shoot, then I'd recommend checking out my Victor Wembanyama build. On that build, I did upgrade the ball handling so you can dribble on that build. Go check out that video after you finish this one. Now, this can't be a stretch big build if we do not upgrade the 3-point rating. You guys see, we're getting an 85 3-point rating. And of course, when I was using this build, I did have jump shot boost, which gives you a 93-point rating, which on a 7'1" center build is so crazy. Now, obviously, if you don't use jump shot boost, you're gonna only have an 85 3-point rating, which is definitely a 3-point rating you can hit with very consistently. Like, genuinely, if you're not using jump shot boost, buy jump shot boost. I don't know what you're doing without them. It's worth the investment, please. Now, you guys see, you're gonna be able to get a ton of very good badges, including a very good jump shot as well that I will be giving you guys. First off, gold catch and shoot, that's very helpful, as well as gold claymore. You're also getting silver deadeye, silver binder, silver green machine, and a bronze limitless range, so you can hit from deep. Although I wouldn't recommend pulling from deep unless you do have takeover. Obviously, when it comes to standstill shots, both off the catch and off the dribble, you're gonna be greening them absolutely every single time. I was playing on the 1v1 court right here, and every single single time this guy left me for even a split second, I had a little bit of room, I was just pulling it and greening every single shot. This is really not an ability you should be leaving open because genuinely it's so automatic, especially when you have catch and shoot lighting up, you're greening absolutely every shot. As well, this build's pretty hard to contest because you are so tall, which is definitely something I like a ton. And honestly, being able to shoot over people just makes this build so good. Now, I know our mid-range is only a 70, but that does not mean you can't take mid-ranges. In fact, the mid-ranges are very consistent on this build, and even without any post control, so are the post fades. Now, if you guys want my jump shot, I'm putting it on the screen right now. I'm sure all you guys want to be able to time and green this jump shot consistently. So in a jump shot video coming soon, I'll include this jump shot. I'll talk more about this jump shot in depth, including the cue of this jump shot and just how to time this jump shot correctly and green it every single time. All right, for the physicals, you can see them on the screen right now. You guys see you're going to be pretty fast and very strong with a 90 strength rating. 75 vertical is very important to give you all those great dunk packages, and then 92 stamina as well. Here's the full build if you guys want to copy it down. You guys see it comes out to be an inside out threat. Please subscribe.